team. They have been dominant at home, 14-1 in Haas Pavilion. Can continue that as they close the regular season schedule with a pair of games here in the friendly confines. Madge Forsberg, Ken Nash, Chuck Gonzalez. Your officials tonight. Kara Dunn misses the night's first attempt. A second effort grabbed by Zoe Smith.
This Cal team is going to have their hands full. The Yellow Jackets are one of the most balanced teams in the ACC.
A couple of teams that were in the top 25 as recently as a couple of weeks ago, still receiving AP top 25 votes. Deep one for Krimili to open the scoring.
That's what an awesome sign for this Golden Bear team. A wide open look in transition. You can't allow Krimili to get those kind of looks if you're Georgia Tech.
The 424th triple of her college career. And now one shy of the top 10 all-time list in women's college basketball. Truly remarkable what she's been able to do as Kayla Williams takes the charge. It's on Tony Morgan.
Well, we talked about the start that both of these teams wanted to get off to. You love to see Kayla Williams using her body, using her chest in front of that drive, converting a turnover. The Bears up to a nice start here in this one.
Cal split a couple of games in Virginia last week, beating the Cavaliers before dropping a close one at Vitech on Sunday. Marta Suarez skips it to Michelle Onyiah. Off the back iron.
Michelle Onyiah is such an important player for this Cal team. Got to make sure she's staying on the floor.
Her last stretch of games here in Haas. Fifth-year senior, 135th game in a Cal uniform tonight. Another offensive rebound for Georgia Tech off the Morgan miss. And it's the second one already for Zoe Smith. She'll pop the mid-range, and it rattles down.
Well, Zoe Smith showing her versatility on the inside, working that offensive glass, creating the extra possession, and the nice touch on the mid-range jump shot.
Zoe Smith, who transferred in from rival Georgia, spent the last 4 years in Athens, has put together her best college season this year with the Yellow Jackets. Krimili underneath the basket finds Lulu Twidale's. Splash Sisters almost hooked up for a bucket there. Kayla Williams takes it right back for the Golden Bears.
Well, Krimili just draws so much attention. You saw her knock down a three earlier in this game, and she's able to find her teammates for open looks.
Williams has played really well here down the stretch of February. Onyiah with the low post positioning, but Blackshear was there to alter the shot inside.
Well, I really like the focus right now for Cal, really balancing their attack. But when you look at their ability to utilize Michelle Onyiah in the post, really strong defensive play by Blackshear, not allowing an easy opportunity at the rim.
Onyiah whips it back out to Krimili with the shot clock down to 5. Picked up by Naredo. And did not get it off in time.
Just really outstanding defense by the Yellow Jackets, taking away the interior, making things difficult for Michelle Onyiah, and then corralling, putting a lot of pressure on Krimili on the perimeter.
About a 2,500-mile trip west for Georgia Tech. Preseason pick to finish 10th in the ACC and the WBIT last season, but Charlie Cream has them as an 8 seed in his latest bracketology. Shooting practice for Zoe Smith. And the Golden Bears fortunate to get away with the stop.
Well, really nice action. We talked about the balance of this Georgia Tech team. Dunn taking a lot of the eyes of that Cal defense.
The Yellow Jacket team that came out of the gate 15-0, as high as 13th in the AP top 25, as the entry pass is knocked away and stolen. Good defense on display early as Naredo hits the rhythm 3.
Well, the Yellow Jackets turning defense into offense, and nice transition 3 opportunity. This is a Yellow Jacket team that's top 5 in opponent field goal percentage, or scoring offense and scoring defense.
Inez Naredo, just her 14th triple of the season, shooting 24% from out there as Twidale Euro steps and a kiss off the window for 2.
Well, we know Lulu Twidale as a shooter, but when she's able to take advantage of closeouts and get into the lane, she's really effective getting to the rim.
And the Splash Sisters, as they call them around these parts, have combined for the Golden Bears' first 5 points. Dunn off the bounce, fades, fires, and flips it in.
Well, it's going to be a challenge for Cal trying to limit the effectiveness of this Georgia Tech offense. They have so many scorers. Dunn able to work in that mid-range, get all the way to the basket.
Dunn pouring more than 17 a game in conference play. Third-year Yellow Jackets. Suarez turns. And it's taken by Smith inside. Marta Suarez misfiring on her first attempt. Blackshear pulls the elbow jump shot, and it pops out. Golden Bears swept their most recent homestand against BC and Syracuse a couple of weeks ago. Lone blemish here against North Carolina in late January. Suarez across the lane to Onyiah.
Really good possession offensively by Cal, attacking the closeout and then making a play for your teammate. Nice dish by Suarez.
Michelle Onyiah, always a threat to go for a double-double. Her Achilles heel this year has been the foul trouble. Only played in 13 minutes Sunday in Blacksburg before picking up that fateful 5th foul. Dangerous pass deflected by Williams. It ricochets to Blackshear, and Smith rushed it for no reason.
Great hands, getting in the passing lanes to turn the deflection into a turnover.
Williams to the hole for 2.
That's one of the best ways to beat a strong defense, is to race the ball up the court. You see Williams using her speed and quickness to her advantage.
The 6th-year senior has brought that true point guard feel to Sharman Smith's program. And a whistle away from the basketball. It's on Georgia Tech. Golden Bears will have it on the other side with an early 2-point lead in Berkeley.
Marta Suarez using her versatility, finding Onyiah underneath the basket, and then Kayla Williams converting in transition.
All right.
Well, March is almost here, which means Champ Week is here. First round of the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament begins Wednesday, March 5th. ACC Network And the ESPN app will have you covered in Greensboro, North Carolina. Coverage begins Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. A lot of shuffling already throughout tonight's slate of games. Notre Dame upset against Tenaya Latson and number 4 Florida State, at least when you look at the ACC standings right now. NC State taking claim of the 1 seed. California, with a victory on their home floor tonight, can lock in that 7 seed and get a bye through the opening round.
Well, certainly a lot to play for. We talked about in the open, these teams are really evenly matched and really wanting that quad 1 win.
Jada Noble has checked in off the bench for Sharman Smith and the California Golden Bears. Cal has opened 4 of 8 on this end. There's a post touch for Onyiah out of the timeout, and she scores with a southpaw delivery.
Love to see the focus getting the ball inside for this Cal team. Georgia Tech is one of the stingiest 3-point percentage defenses, so if they can get the ball down low to Onyiah, they can find some success.
Bears have ripped off 6 straight points. Ariadna Termes, 6'6" sophomore from Spain, is checked in for Georgia Tech. That's a tough finish for Kara Dunn.
Well, this Georgia Tech team really loves to share the basketball, but they're showing you their ability one-on-one on the offensive end.
Dunn was held to 7 points against Florida State in a 3-point loss at home on Sunday. It was the regular season home finale for the Yellow Jackets. Krimili with the shot clock in a single digits. Picked up by Dunn. Suarez knifes inside. And it's off the heel. Onyiah taps it. Noble recovers. Twidale sticks the 3.
One of the best opportunities to get a 3-point look is off the offensive rebound. Twidale stays moving, but you got to credit Jada Noble for creating the second chance possession.
Georgia Tech can't answer back. Chastity Wright, freshman from Atlanta, who everybody that way knows as Chit Chat. Part of a key recruiting class that Nell Fortner put together in the offseason. Twidale inside, flips it in. 5 straight for Lulu.
Well, this Cal team we know has been so reliant upon the 3-point shot all season. It's great to see them adjusting to what the defense is giving them, taking the ball to the basket.
Cal has opened up a 7-point lead. Just shy of 2 minutes remaining in our opening quarter tonight. Dunn found inside, and a foul called on the Golden Bears.
When you think about this Cal team offensively, they're so explosive, again, from the 3-point line. But when they're able to get you spread out, create extra possessions, it's hard for any defense to locate shooters. And Lulu Twidale, a recipient of that possession created by Jada Noble, and then just using her ability to put the ball on the floor, attack a closeout, and finish at the rim. That's a way to really loosen up this Georgia Tech defense.
Into Carnegie, freshman leading the ACC in scoring. And gets tied up with Marta Suarez. Possession arrow gives it back to Cal. Georgia Tech, they're deep. They've got some key young pieces, which will create for some ups and downs, but this is a team that really likes their potential heading into the ACC tournament next month.
A very strong group, and it got off to a really hot start. I mean, I think about their ability to win games on the road. You think about a win at North Carolina at the time. So Coach Sharman Smith knows that they're very capable.
Twidale drives and kicks. It's a corner pop, and Marta Suarez puts in the roof scraper.
Well, Marta Suarez is really, to me, the X factor for this Cal team. When she's knocking in shots from the perimeter, they're really difficult to defend.
Another opening quarter burst for the Bears. 8 straight for Cal. They've got a double-figure lead. Termes missed it badly. Nice defense from Gabrielle Abigor, the freshman off the bench for Cal. Noble off the bounce on the attack, puts it in, and give her one on the house.
Big time play by Jada Noble. Not accustomed to seeing a ball screen action with Noble and Abigor, but she turns it down, uses the defender's advantage to get downhill, rejecting the ball screen. Big time finish through contact.
10 straight for Cal, and part of an even bigger 16-2 stretch put together by the Golden Bears as Noble caps the 3-point play.
And I think for Cal to have the type of success that they'd like to heading into the postseason, you're going to need contributions from players like Noble, like Abigor.
That's off the side of the iron. Another miss from Carnegie, last touched by the Yellow Jackets.
This is a Georgia Tech team that averages over 18 assists per game, and thus far in this one, you see their ability to break their man down one-on-one, but love to see them work the ball side to side and kind of get others involved in the action.
See the stark contrast in the way these teams have shot the basketball through one quarter tonight. Twidale wheeling downhill, another Euro step. Couldn't finish this one. But a foul on Georgia Tech as Lulu went for that loose ball.
Well, it's so difficult to defend any player getting downhill with that type of aggressiveness. But then the deceleration by Twidale, allowing the defender to fly by, draws that contact. She thought she was in the act of shooting, but looks like this one's going to be out of bounds, baseline.
Danny Carnegie picking up the personal foul. Abigor on the block and fouled on the way up.
Cal right now really running their offense with great tempo in the half court. Players turning down shots, going good to great. Kayla Williams, you mentioned her experience at the point guard position, sees the wide open Abigor and just able to find her down low, and the freshman muscling her way to the free throw line.
Well, for a team that's logged over 18,000 miles of travel during ACC play, Cal has come out with a ton of energy tonight.
And that's really impressive. They started the season off incredibly hot, especially shooting the basketball, and then kind of cooled off into January and the start of February. But of late in their last 4 games, to your point, they played with tremendous energy, and it's on full display here tonight.
12 straight for the Golden Bears. A dominant opening quarter on their home floor.
Bit of a 1-3-1 look, changing up the look defensively.
Carnegie high off the glass, it bounces out. And Cal can hold for the final take of the opening 10.
A really nice job keeping the Yellow Jackets off rhythm on that last defensive possession.
Golden Bears 9 of 15 and even 60% from the field in this first quarter. They've held Georgia Tech south of 30%. Williams lost it. A steal for Georgia Tech. Dunn heaves and comes up short. That is how the opening quarter comes to an end. Cal dominant on both sides.
Quarter.
Georgia Tech was held without a point the final 3.5 minutes of that opening quarter. Yellow Jackets have it to start the second. Kara Dunn couldn't finish, but Zoe Smith on the follow-up draws a foul.
Well, really nice action out of the timeout. Dunn has such great size at the guard position and a quick first step, able to get a shoulder past Suarez, and then the challenge at the rim, and you love to see Zoe Smith follow that play up, but there's contact on that initial attempt by Dunn, and she's just a tremendous matchup for this Yellow Jacket team.
It was a late whistle there, so the foul was on the initial attempt. Junior from Dallas, Georgia. Her mom, Stephanie, was a Division I basketball player at the University of Georgia. Kara, second team All-ACC last season. Has had 8 20-point games this year, with her best outing of 33 against Virginia Tech.
What I love about Dunn is just how consistent she is as a scorer. 23 double-digit scoring games, and the ability to get hot, as you mentioned, capable of putting up 30. But again, just the size and the ability to present mismatches on the offensive end.
Yellow Jackets employing full court pressure for the first time tonight. What are you seeing defensively from Georgia Tech that we didn't see the first 10 minutes?
Well, just a better level of energy, trying to get into the ball handlers. I think they know if they can turn Cal over, they'll give them a good chance to get out and run and get easy opportunities.
Suarez late in the clock, and it grazes the side of the iron. A one-and-done trip for Cal to open their second quarter. Tiana Thompson, fresh off her best outing with 19 against Florida State. Misses her first attempt tonight, and it's taken by Onyiah underneath.
Well, generally when you take your first look, you want to get something easy, but Thompson wanted to test her range out from 3.
Suarez steps through. Williams off the front rim. And the loose ball caroms to Suarez. Bears grab a second effort. Out of the hands of Williams. Thompson touched it last. And Cal has 11 to shoot.
Again, talk about that Georgia Tech defense and the adjustment coming out of the last timeout. Better hands, better ball pressure, creating deflections. Now they just got to close possessions with a defensive rebound.
Bears shot 60% that first quarter, but they've missed their first 2 attempts here in the second. Another possession that dives late in the clock. Krimili missed everything.
That's the second time that the Yellow Jackets have forced Cal really to a shot clock violation or a turnover.
Morgan's jump shot misses everything. Slow start for Tony Morgan, who's been scoreless this first half. And as Suarez draws contact. A couple free throws for the senior from Spain in her second year at Cal.
Well, thus far in the game, the Yellow Jackets have done a pretty good job of defending the interior, but they just get caught out of position. Suarez using her ability to handle the ball to find a seam and get all the way to the rim.
Donez exits. Lulu Twidale back in the game at 7 points that first quarter for Cal. Marta Suarez spent 3 years at Tennessee out of high school. Her penultimate game in Haas Pavilion tonight.
And I think she's one of the keys for this Cal team when she's aggressive and can get to the free throw line, taking care of the basketball. Much like Dunn, but for Cal offensively, she creates a ton of mismatches.
We talk so much about Twidale and Krimili, the Splash sisters. Marta likes to call herself the Splash cousin. She's one of the best three-point shooting forwards in the ACC. Kara Dunn on target with a straightaway triple for Georgia Tech.
Well, Kara Dunn showing you that she can extend her range beyond the three-point line and is unaffected by the challenge by Suarez.
Second downtown hit for the Yellow Jackets this first half. Back within 10. All 5 second quarter points belong to Kara Dunn. Onyiah out of the high post. Suarez finds Williams, and she's whistled for traveling.
Well, that was a really great job by Georgia Tech. Again, corralling the basketball, pinching the lane as rollers roll through, making it look crowded, and then offensively, they're getting back to sharing it. Wide open pick and pop 3 for Dunn.
I mentioned the assist numbers. Georgia Tech only 5 field goals so far, but they've facilitated on 3 of them. And there's the scoring prowess of Tony Morgan, who averages almost 13 a game, her first bucket tonight.
Well, they go right back to that horn set, and this time opts not to throw back to the popping Dunn and just hesitates all the way to the rim.
Another loose ball. This time Williams recovers it. Georgia Tech has frustrated Cal on this end. Logo 3. Ioanna Krimili hits it. And Charmin Smith wants to take time to set her defense. And anytime you find yourself in a lull, Ioanna Krimili is there to save the day.
Well, if you're Georgia Tech, you play 24 seconds of hard defense. You can't lose. Krimili at the top of the key. Cal up double digits.
be fascinating to get a glance at a spray chart for Ioanna Krimili to see where she's knocked down her 425 career threes. A lot of them have come up near the logo in her 2 years here in Berkeley.
Well, if you're Georgia Tech, you got to know personnel, and Cal's best player, best perimeter shooter by far, Krimili, had already knocked one down in this game to start the Bears off, but once she sees the ball go through the basket, now the range is unlimited. You got to pick her up right when she comes across half court.
And with that bucket from long range, Ioanna Krimili, 10th all-time in three-point makes in the history of women's college basketball. First points for Tiana Thompson as the mid-range shot settles in.
Thompson's been extremely aggressive in her minutes, looking to get on the scoreboard, putting pressure on the rim.
Twidale goes baseline, feeds it to Onyiah, and it rolls on home for the senior.
Already the 14th point in the paint for the Bears, taking advantage of their high-low actions, wanting to punish the Yellow Jackets inside.
Lulu Twidale has already assisted on 3 Cal makes this first half, had 5 assists Sunday at Va Tech. Thompson misses this one at the rim as it was defended tightly by Suarez.
Well, really good job by Suarez using her length to be able to make it crowded for Thompson.
It's a corner pop and a knockdown for Lulu Twidale.
This Cal team showing you how difficult they are. When they get into the paint, they have the ability to score, but where they really hurt you is when they spray that basketball out to the three-point line.
Twidale, the first Bear into double figures with 10. Blackshear on the block, trying to weave around Onyiah, who stonewalled the shot, but Suarez lost it.
It's really impressive effort thus far by this Cal group, and you think about their unselfishness, their ability to go from good to great. Twidale driving the closeouts and Onyiah making herself available at the rim. And then again, Suarez showing her versatility. Left-handed hook pass to the corner to one of the splash sisters in Twidale.
12 makes from the field for Cal. 8 of them have been assisted on. Morgan pulls up at the free throw line. Book it.
Big time hit from the free throw line. You don't want to lose separation in this game.
4 first half points for Tony Morgan, who's second on the team in scoring, as Suarez went over and back.
Well, this is one of the areas that Cal's going to need to really address as they continue into March, into the postseason. Turnovers have bitten them at the most inopportune times. If they can take care of the basketball and get shots on goal, they're difficult to defend.
Sharman Smith has continued to preach that this team can still improve. There's still another gear for this Golden Bear group to get to. They don't want to peak right now, but a couple of weeks from now, they'd be okay with it.
I think this is just a really quality test going up against a, again, well-balanced Georgia Tech team.
Golden Bears create another takeaway. Off the glass and in. Twidale has a dozen.
This Georgia Tech team is really strong defending the three-point line, and Cal's made a concerted effort to attack the rim via dribble penetration.
Bears back up near 60% from the field. Dunn crossing blades with Williams. Steps through and couldn't kiss it home off the glass. And got a reach-in foul behind the play against Georgia Tech.
Oh, big-time battle behind the play, as you mentioned, between Blackshear and Michelle Onyiah, trying to fight for position on the glass. You see both players really tussling for leverage. Blackshear called for one. Gets her hands a little bit extended up above the shoulders.
Bears back on track after a slow start to the quarter. Onyiah misses inside.
Michelle Onyiah going to feel bad about that one. Great play design, emptied the backside. Just got to take your time and finish.
Ugonne off the heel. Dunn grabs the second effort and draws a foul on the way back up. Ugonne, sophomore from Lithuania, appearing in her 23rd game of the season. Averages almost 12 minutes a contest. Georgia Tech, they like their depth.
You like their depth, you like their versatility, and just watching them play offensively, they're a challenge to defend because they love to share the basketball. They get everyone involved, and then when the shot goes up, you got to make sure you're locating bodies. And right there, Dunn was able to sneak in and grab that offensive rebound, work herself to the free throw line.
The Yellow Jackets comfortable with going 10-11 deep even this late in the season. Hey, it's almost March and Champ Week is here. First round of the ACC men's basketball tournament begins Tuesday, March 11th. ACC Network and the ESPN app will have you covered. In Charlotte, North Carolina, coverage begins Tuesday, March 11th at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.
Georgia Tech back in that pressure, understanding Cal has had trouble at times taking care of the basketball, wanting to see if they can speed them up.
Twidale from the corner. Noble tried to get after it inside. Instead, Dunn comes away with the loose ball for Georgia Tech.
Really quality possession for the Yellow Jackets.
Morgan with a quick toss inside, and Blackshear scores it.
Big time job turning defense into offense, get a stop, and then able to convert the 2-on-1 at the rim.
Yellow Jackets back within 10. This is as close as they've been in the second quarter. Jada Noble out of the high post. Onyiah faces up on Blackshear and has it knocked away.
Well, beyond the steal, Blackshear did a tremendous job of pushing Onyiah off the block, making that catch a little bit more extended, allowing her an opportunity to defend that play at the rim.
Morgan uses the high screen. Williams blanketed her defensively. And now Augustineda's shot won't count. A moving screen, it's on Dunn. Georgia Tech, a 6th first half giveaway.
Well, oftentimes the screen's going to get called on the screener, but as the handler, you got to allow your teammate to get set. And so if you're Augustineda, you want to make sure that you give it just a beat, allow Dunn to get her feet set.
That full court pressure forces Cal into another turnover.
Pressure at work, doing exactly what it's designed to do. You get Cal to not play as aggressive. They're on their heels, not attacking. And when you do that, that's where the turnovers occur.
Knocked away and stolen by Kayla Williams. Coast to coast, she lays it in. Now Williams, slow to get up, was hit in the face. It's a 5-on-4 for Tech. And Dunn loses the handle down the lane.
Credit Jada Noble corralling the basketball.
Onyiah muscles it up. It rolls on in.
And this game has gotten extremely physical.
Yeah, now Tony Morgan's down.
I think Morgan got hit by a blindside screen in that back and forth exchange. It was Kayla Williams at first, and now Morgan on the ground.
Well, the point guards on both sides have found themselves in some late first half discomfort here.
Such a challenge when you're defending kind of in transition in that secondary break, and you see the screen there, perfectly legal. Jada Noble just really gets a solid hit on Morgan, and if you're Morgan's teammate, you gotta implore that you hear that screen early and loud and continuous so you have an opportunity to navigate it.
Just with the height discrepancy, it looked like the two faces collided. Like Tony Morgan's forehead went up against Jada Noble's chin.
Outside of the physicality, and that's going to happen in the game sometimes, you really do like the vision by Krimili on that play to be able to find her open teammate. And if you're able to take advantage of scenarios like that in transition, good things will happen for you.
Now Georgia Tech will try and find a way these final minute 47 seconds, presumably without Tony Morgan, who's been taken back into the locker room area. Certainly hope to see her again at some juncture tonight. Cal has stretched this lead back to 14 in the first half, where the Bears are near 60% from the field.
Yellow Jackets had cut it to 8 in this second quarter. Don't want to let this game get away from you. Really important possession here offensively.
Dunn picked up by Twidale, corkscrews inside and misses.
Great job of defending without fouling. Cal showing their hands, not allowing the officials to see any contact.
The relentless defensive pressure that Georgia Tech has thrown at Cal this second quarter as they force the Golden Bears into another giveaway, but Jaden Noble takes it right back and gives it right back.
2 consecutive turnovers. If you're Cal, that's the last thing you want to do. You had a turnover at the end of the first quarter. You got to close the half.
Augustaneda misses. A reload. It's chit-chat. And Noble crashes to the deck on a foul against Blackshear. You mentioned it, the uptick in physicality as this first half has rolled along.
Well, Sharman Smith talked about the growth that's still ahead for her team, and these are the moments where you'd like to see that on display. You have a 14-point lead late in the second quarter. You turn it over twice. You don't get a shot on goal. Now another opportunity to learn the lesson. You really can't go for make this a 2-for-1, but I think Coach Smith would love to see a shot on the goal.
Golden Bears have uncharacteristically turned it over 9 times this first half on their home floor. A post touch for Onyiah. Tried to go over the top there. Gets it back and floats it in. A second chance bucket for Onyiah. And this is Cal's largest lead.
We're just sticking with it down low. 22 points in the paint for the Golden Bears.
The Asia Thomas Harris in the game for Georgia Tech in the final seconds of the first half.
Cal can be extremely aggressive on the ball if they like to. Just 2 team fouls.
Good point. It's chit-chat, scooping it in. Tough finish for the freshman. And Jaden Noble's prayer unanswered as it comes up short. With the Golden Bears 57% from the floor.
Is paramount.
Well, the Bears have it first to start the third quarter. Marta Suarez picked up by Zoe Smith and stepped out of bounds.
Again, one of the biggest issues for this Cal team and an area for improvement as they move forward is got to take care of the basketball. That's their 10th of the game, and I think Suarez can be a catalyst for positive improvement in that direction with her versatility.
Great news for Georgia Tech. Toni Morgan is back on the floor. First time since that collision in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Kara Dunn turns around, and Marta Suarez grabs the miss.
If you're Tech, you probably want to go more than 1 pass shot, but Dunn has been the most effective player offensively for the Yellow Jackets thus far.
Moving screen away from the basketball on Michelle Onyiah.
Well, for both of these teams, it feels really similar to the first quarter, where it was a little bit choppy, both teams trying to find their footing. And with each of these programs with sights set on the NCAA tournament, they both got to find a way to have urgency in their production early on.
Cal dominated the first quarter, 23-9. The two teams even at 17 apiece in the second, and Toni Morgan has the first third quarter points tonight.
And Georgia Tech right back into that pressure. They're going to make Cal prove that they can handle it.
Well, the baseball pass. Twidale tried to sneak it into Onyiah, and Blackshear knocks it out of bounds.
It's one of the dangers of throwing one-handed passes. Cal's fortunate that that was deflected out of bounds, but you're not able to ball fake and retain that ball. Once you're committed, it's gone.
You didn't see much of that full court pressure in the opening quarter from Georgia Tech, but it did take Cal out of rhythm at times in the second. Suarez across the floor. Kayla Williams off the heel. Suarez taps it out. Williams stays in bounds.
It makes this Cal team incredibly dangerous when you give them multiple opportunities on the offensive end. You got to come up with the defensive rebound.
Corner pop. Williams knocks down the three. Kayla Williams with her first downtown hit. A sixth triple for the Golden Bears as Zoe Smith scores inside.
You got to give credit to Toni Morgan. She created all of that action in the pick and roll, and then using her size to find Smith at the rim. Excellent find.
Twidale out of the shot fake, floats it in. Onyiah out to Williams, and Cal will slow things down.
Georgia Tech has done a nice job defending the initial post up for Onyiah, but again, got to find defensive rebounds.
Suarez got the low post positioning and scores.
Such an advantage for Cal when you got a player like Suarez with her size to be able to handle the basketball, knock shots down from the perimeter, and then also facilitate for her teammates.
Oh, Morgan the step, but couldn't finish. Tony Morgan, 6 points, 3 assists tonight, after being held to 4 points on 1 of 5 shooting Sunday and a 3-point loss at home to Florida State. It was the bench that did the bulk of the damage in that game for Georgia Tech, as Lulu Twidale reached in on and fouled.
Well, Cal doing their work offensively. Suarez talked about the versatility, the ability to change directions, the patience in the paint, shot fake, step through. She's a player that I think can really raise the ceiling of this Cal team with her versatility, her ability to score the basketball, and overall playmaking.
Morgan checks out. That was the 3rd foul against Kayla Blackshear. Onyiah picked up by Dunn. Spins right and scores over the top.
A great play by Michelle Onyiah. If she can just take her time down there, you see the Georgia Tech defense not leaving shooters along three-point line. She's going to have space to work.
17-point lead for Cal, their largest of the night. Dunn has it knocked away. Naredo recovers. Has a clean look and cashes in. Inez Naredo with her 2nd three-pointer of the night.
Really like the patience of this Georgia Tech team, working through that possession, playing for one another, and finding the open shooter.
Twidale lobs it. Onyiah scores it off the glass.
For Cal, that's exactly how you have to attack the press. It's with aggressiveness. Get that ball up the court and find advantage situations behind the play.
Team high 14 for Michelle Onyiah in her 2nd to last game in this building. Carnegie steps back, missed it off the heel. Blackshear, the 2nd effort, and the score.
Well, how impressive was that? Blackshear just snatches that ball right from Michelle Onyiah over the top.
Georgia Tech 8 second chance points tonight.
I think the one difference defensively for Georgia Tech, they can continue to bring pressure on the ball handler against this Cal team.
Williams comes up short. With a good look. Dunn off the bounce, crossing blades with Marta Suarez. Naredo knocked out of her hands. Williams picks it up in the front court. Bears have a 4-on-2. Krimili. Ioanna Krimili hit a couple three-pointers in that first half. And now it appears we have an issue with the clock.
Just going back to that transition opportunity, you mentioned it, Chris, a 4-on-2, and so many players running to the three-point line. You'd like to see someone take up space at the rim and really stretch the defense in terms of making them make decisions. A missed opportunity for the Golden Bears, but I guess when you have the type of shooters that they do, you're going to run to your spots.
Williams and Onyiah exit. Jada Noble and Gabrielle Abigor back into the game for California. Tiana Thompson back on the floor for Georgia Tech. Noble has the assignment of Carnegie. Dunn goes baseline into a crowd and finds an open Thomas Harris. This is only her 4th appearance of the season and her 4th made field goal of the year. As Lulu Twidale gets hit on a 3-point attempt, she'll take 3 free throws on the other side. Golden Bears by a dozen on their home floor. Penultimate home game of the 24-25 season for Cal here in Berkeley. Michelle Onyiah has spent all 5 of her collegiate seasons here in Berkeley with the Golden Bears, and in her penultimate game in a Cal uniform, she's put on a clinic.
Well, she's been playing incredibly well. 14 points, 7 rebounds, working on another double-double. She has 8 in the season, but you just see the patience down there in the post, taking her time, converting those finishes at the rim. She's going to have all night to play when you are surrounded by as many three-point shooters as Cal is. And you see right there just her efficiency from the floor. And when she's been able to stay on the floor, just 1 foul here in this contest, Cal is a much more dangerous team.
You think she's having fun tonight?
She looks like she's having a blast during this time of year.
Savoring every moment. And you can attest to that, right? It goes by quickly.
Before you know it, it's here and gone. And for these players out here, being able to compete and have the opportunities that they have, there's no better feeling.
Lulu Twidale was fouled on a 3-point attempt before the timeout. Shoots the free throws at 85% on the season. Sophomore from Queensland cashes in all 3 and balloons this lead back to 15.
Twidale's been picking up her scoring production of late. A little under 13 points here in February, but double figures in 6 of her last 7 coming into tonight.
15 for Twidale in this game as Dunn had it altered on the way up. Cal has done a terrific job on Kara Dunn in this second half after she poured in 11 in the first half. Suarez attacks and kicks. Noble, extra pass, Krimili on target for 3.
Well, that's the challenge of guarding this Cal team. Tech did a great job providing support on the initial drive, but it requires multiple efforts to get back out to that 3-point line.
3rd triple tonight. Krimili has 9 points as Blackshear rattles in the baseline J.
A really impressive display of scoring by the front court. You think about Blackshear knocking out the mid-range jump shot, and then also getting contributions from Dunn, obviously, on the perimeter.
Abigor catches, missed the initial attempt, and threw it away. Carnegie to the basket, comes up short. Quiet night so far for Danny Carnegie, who just might be the ACC Freshman of the Year.
Having an outstanding season, just so consistent and an ability to score the basketball.
Suarez facing up on Blackshear. She's got 3 fouls. Shot clock down to 5. Twidale finds Abigor for 2.
Really nice job by Lulu Twidale, staying composed, playing through the clock.
Thompson buries the pull-up 3. It's like medicine for Georgia Tech.
Well, they're really unfazed despite being down double digits. They're staying committed and poised to their game plan. And for Cal, you got to make sure you just take care of the basketball, but this Tech team isn't going to go away.
Twidale to the glass. Comes up short on the layup attempt. Dunn flashes the leather, reached in on and fouled by Krimili.
Cal's really had it going so far offensively, really putting a lot of pressure on the paint, and that's opening up their 3-point game. Really committed, going good to great. You see the unselfishness, Twidale to Abigor. Cal playing unselfishly, 14 assists on 22 field goals made.
Twidale with 5 assists to lead Cal tonight. Now 74 assists on the season for the outstanding sophomore who leads sophomores at this level in 3-point makes. Michelle Onyiah back in the game with her team high 14. Carnegie finds Blackshear underneath, no basket, whistled for traveling.
Well, we had a great view of that one. Carnegie trying to carve out a little extra real estate, but Onyiah doing a great job of taking up the space, going vertical, after providing excellent support in that ball screen, just using her presence, forcing the turnover.
Well, Onyiah was hit before the pass came her way, and if that's on Blackshear, that's number 4.
Well, Cal was looking to isolate Onyiah down there on the post, clearing out the side. You see the arms extended into the face of Onyiah. Blackshear just kind of getting that right arm above the shoulders as she's fighting per position.
A fourth foul against Kayla Blackshear with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. And the officials may upgrade it. 15-point lead for Cal.
Anyone for Cal will shoot 2 free throws, and play will resume with a throw-in at midcourt with 30 on the shot clock.
Georgia Tech's Kayla Blackshear and Cal's Michelle Onyiah getting tangled up in the final 2 minutes of this third quarter. And what was originally called a common foul on the floor, Theo, has been upgraded to an intentional foul because of the excessive physicality above the neck area, we were told. That's a pretty tough elbow to the chin. And so it'll be 2 free throws plus possession for Cal in a game where they lead by 15 on their home floor.
Yeah, big time momentum swing in this game with opportunity for more free throws, but the officials just feeling as though Blackshear was lower and extended upwards towards Onyiah, so they felt compelled to upgrade that foul to an intentional.
Lulu Twidale, Cal's best free throw shooter. Now 5 for 5 tonight. Game high 17 points. Onyiah, a late whistle. More free throws for the Golden Bears.
Cal decides to go right back to it. You pick up an intentional foul and had the look that you wanted. You go right back to the same play, clearing out that backside. Tech just hasn't figured out how they want to defend it. You probably need to leave someone back in the paint, but Michelle Onyiah making her presence felt in the painted area all night long. De'Asia
Thomas-Harris picking up her second and just her 4th appearance of the season. 6'2" sophomore from Katy, Texas. Onyiah shoots the free throws at 65%. Finds herself 3 rebounds shy of what would be her 9th double-double of the season. Now 16 points for the 5th-year senior from Eastvale in Southern California. Where does Georgia Tech go to find some continuity on this end?
Well, I think they got to continue sharing the basketball. They already have 5 assists here in the third quarter, just 4 in the first half. Despite the double-digit deficit, they are making inroads offensively.
Another miss from Morgan, who's just 3 of 7 from the field. Junior from Tallahassee, led Georgia Tech in scoring last year. 2 teams that were in the WBIT last season, but have big dance aspirations this year, as the Golden Bears give it back.
Well, that's an opportunity to kind of get this Georgia Tech team started offensively. They want to try to turn Cal over, and if they can get stops and get out and run, they'll find some easier opportunities in transition.
Dunn backs in Suarez. Went through the contact there, and Cara Dunn is 4 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. Will have a chance at her first third quarter points.
And no better way to cut out a big lead than to get yourself to the free throw line, take advantage of opportunities to put points on the board while the clock is stopped. And Dunn has been perfect from the line tonight, and then you fully expect the Yellow Jackets to get into their pressure.
This is part of Cara Dunn's offensive game. Twice this year she's had double-figure attempts at the free throw line. Over 100 free throw attempts on the season for the 77% foul line shooter. And she's got 13.
Tech back into their 2-2-1 full court press. Cal's got to be aggressive, looking to attack.
Twidale. Thought Onyiah would be across the lane. Instead, it's taken away by Thompson. Carnegie, the teardrop, and 1. Onyiah hit with the blocking foul as the freshman finally gets on the board.
It's exactly what you're looking for if you're Tech. You get 2 free throws, get a turnover, then an opportunity for an 1. That's the formula for getting back into this game. Cal has not closed quarters well, turning the basketball over with under a minute in each of the first 3 quarters in this game.
Danny Carnegie has had 6 20-point games this season. Was an ESPN top 30 prospect out of high school. Twidale. Onyiah on the offensive glass has the stick back. Beast mode for Michelle Onyiah tonight.
You just see it on her face. She was upset at that one.
Carnegie can't hit. Shot clock has been turned off. Cal +2 so far in this third quarter.
Getting a lot of ball pressure. You want to see force Cal to make decisions and execute in the half court.
Williams steps back. Comes up short. Morgan did not get it off in time.
To get it inside as easily.
Suarez takes Dunn off the bounce, and a southpaw flip settles in.
And Marta Suarez given the too small after that beautiful left-hand drive, left-hand finish off the glass.
8 points, 8 boards for Suarez, who had a double-double Sunday in Blacksburg. Krimili picks up Thompson and creates the turnover.
Well, Thompson turning it over, but on the other end, Marta Suarez using her offhand to not only hold off the defender, finish at the rim, but also let him know she's got too much inside.
I'd like to know who invented the too small thing. We know Steph invented the put you to sleep celebration, but too small. Was that you back in your Golden Bear playing days?
It wasn't me. I was a little too big. I could have dropped some LBs.
Well, Michelle Onyiah has a 20-piece to lead California tonight.
You just love to see Michelle Onyiah playing with a lot of confidence towards the back end of this season. Double-figure score, and then providing stout defense nightly.
Onyiah's career high of 25 came back in November against Arizona. Last touched by Cal with 12 to shoot.
There's just so much that this Cal team asks of Onyiah. Just with the lack of depth at this point, they rely on her and her ability to stay on the floor, take advantage of her opportunities offensively, but really be that that battery on the defensive side of things for this Cal group.
Rusna Augustineta back on the floor for Georgia Tech. Carnegie still being attended to, kind of hiding behind the stanchion.
Such an important player for the Jackets.
Has missed some time earlier this year with a lower body injury and not a comfortable landing on her drive to the basket.
Tough play anytime you see a player leave the floor and come down gingerly and not see, you know, where the pain was on impact. So you got the best wishes for Carnegie, and never like to see a player hit the floor and not get up on their own without their own assistance.
Another look at the play that resulted in the injury.
Yeah, she's just feeling it. Something on that left side, it looks like. Trainers will continue to attend to her behind the bench.
Well, the possible ACC Freshman of the Year sidelined at the moment for Georgia Tech. In a game they trail by 18 with 8:18 to play. Augustineta off the back rim.
That was a good looking shot by Augustineta. If they can get some of those threes to fall, combined with some stops, they can make things interesting for this Cal team.
Suarez out of the mid post, backing in the smaller Morgan, whips it across, extra one. You bet! Ioanna Krimili's fourth tray tonight.
That's about the third three that she's had where the Yellow Jackets have not been able to find her in rotation. One of the best shooters in the nation, getting wide open looks.
Bears go up 21. 7 straight for Cal since the Morgan bucket opened the fourth quarter scoring. Morgan trying to sneak by Suarez and draws a foul.
I think Morgan's got to really take it upon herself to be more aggressive the remainder of this game, really provide some additional scoring punch beyond Kara Dunn. With her ability to handle the basketball, get downhill, create for others, I think she's got to look to score more.
So Toni Morgan to the free throw line. Georgia Tech a perfect 7 for 7 at the foul stripe tonight. Hey, it's almost March, which means Champ Week is here. First round of the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament begins Wednesday, March 5th. ACC Network and the ESPN app will have you covered in Greensboro, North Carolina. Coverage begins Wednesday at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Cal, should they hold on to this big fourth quarter lead at home, they would secure the number 7 seed in the conference tournament. A team, Theo, that was picked to finish 14th in the preseason poll.
Well, definitely has leveled up their performance in this inaugural ACC season. And really for this group, I think still focused on continuing to get better as they enter the back stretch of the season.
Kara Dunn caught with the hand in the cookie jar, reaching in on Jada Noble. Go back to early December. It was Cal's first big message to the ACC and to the women's college basketball world when they beat Alabama here in the ACC-SEC Challenge. And Lulu Twidale had that infamous post-game interview, "This is what we do," and the team is kind of caught on to that saying.
Yeah, I think in addition to sending a message to the rest of the league, it sent a message throughout their locker room and gave them a lot of confidence about what they felt like they could accomplish this season.
Year 5 has been the best one so far for Sharman Smith here in Berkeley. Morgan leans in, the scoop shot bounces home. Pretty finish.
Well, that's the versatility, the ball handling she got in her bag on that one. Had the mismatch with the bigger Krimili and just took her right off the bounce.
11 for Toni Morgan. Entry pass stolen by Dunn. And Suarez did not give her space. Commits the foul.
Well, that's great hands defensively by Kara Dunn, but on the other side, Great footwork by Toni Morgan. Beautiful step through. Taller player, not able to stay with her. Again, she's got to be more aggressive, looking to make plays for herself.
Yellow Jackets will conclude their regular season on the farm Sunday against the Stanford Cardinal. Miami will come here and face Cal on Sunday afternoon in the Golden Bears' last regular season game. Georgia Tech not going away quite yet, within 16, approaching the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Yellow Jackets definitely trying to create some positive momentum, getting stops, easier opportunities offensively. You get one here, get out and run, and Cal probably has to think things over.
Suarez out of the double team. It's Krimili. Bullseye! Exclusively triples for Ioanna Krimili tonight. 15 points on 5 trays. There's chit-chat into a mid-range, and it spins off.
Krimili's just been so timely with her buckets today. We know she's explosive, but able to pick her spots effectively.
Onyiah into Noble, who had it knocked out of her hands. And it stays with Cal.
Georgia Tech doing a good job.
Is what they call Ioanna Krimili for a reason.
Tech doing a great job of bringing extra bodies in the paint. Cal, good interior passing, and all night long they've been going good to great. Really unselfish with the basketball. 17 assists.
Gisela Moll getting her first action of the night here in the fourth quarter for Cal. Transfer from Texas, was on that Longhorn Elite 8 squad last year. Twidale for 3. Onyiah on the offensive glass. A reload for the Golden Bears.
So difficult against this Cal team when you hold them up once. You don't do it twice, they get easy shots at the rim or wide open threes off the second chance possession.
22 for Onyiah. It's a clean look for Dunn, and she rips the cords from the corner. 18 for Kara Dunn.
A very impressive 18. Understanding she's at the top of the scouting report, she's been really effective in this ball game tonight.
Dunn and Morgan have combined for 29 of the Georgia Tech 57. Krimili wide right on this attempt. Out to chit-chat with the outlet pass to Morgan for 2.
Not quite a turnover, but if you're Cal, you want to make sure you continue to run great offense. You don't want quick shots that allow Georgia Tech to get out in transition.
Krimili at the controls with 4 minutes left to play in Berkeley. Onyiah mid-post. Backs in Blackshear and comes up short.
A really important possession. Tech's got to make sure to convert here. If you're not going to bring pressure defensively in the half court, you got to work with some urgency here on the offensive side.
Augusta misses. And last touched by Georgia Tech. Bears have it on the other side, up 16. Late night in the ACC. Just another night at the office for the senior Splash sister, Ioanna Krimili, who has 5 triples tonight.
Well, she's been outstanding, and I've really loved, most importantly about her game, is her ability to pick her spots. Her shot profile has been awesome tonight, and when you really think about it, all of her threes have been wide open looks. Many of them have been assisted by her teammates. And just the way that she's controlled her game, we know the type of shooter she is. When she gets her first one to go, then the floodgates open. She's knocked some in all over the court, even nearing the logo near half court.
Yo Buckets, as her teammates and coaches call her. One of just 6 players in the history of women's college basketball with more than 2,500 points and 400 three-point makes. Just a remarkable career. 4 years at San Francisco across the bridge. Her second and best season here in Berkeley with this NCAA tournament-bound Cal squad. Getting ready to add another resume victory on their docket tonight.
When you hear her accolades, it's apparent that she's a certified bucket getter. And then you look at her line tonight, only 8 shots, but her efficiency, I think, is what makes her special.
Cal's got 5 to shoot. Lob it into Onyiah. Back to Twidale. Step back. Off the front rim. Donez went over the back of Chit Chat and commits the foul. 3rd on the Bears this quarter. Any chance we can keep Ioanna Krimili around these parts? There's a certain team that's going to be playing across the bridge at the Chase Center this summer.
Wow. You never know. I was actually even thinking about here at Cal with as many years as players have these days, but
unfortunately, she doesn't have a 7th year of eligibility up her sleeve. Thompson misfires. Blackshear on the offensive glass. Augusta Natos pops out, and there's the double-double for Onyiah, her 9th of the season.
Well, we'd love to see her be rewarded for her efforts tonight. She's been a beast in the paint, but really important 2.5 minutes for both of these teams. Valuable opportunities, players like Donez to get their feet wet, continue to learn and grow.
Cal will work late into the possession. Maul, touch pass. Onyiah, 2 more.
Just unstoppable down in the paint, and she knows it. It's going to be important for her to continue to play well for this Cal team. 1
off her career high as Donez reaches in on Chastity Wright. This is a big bounce back game for Onyiah. Only played 13 minutes in that heartbreaking loss Sunday at Virginia Tech. He was frustrated after that game and has played with a different type of energy from the outset tonight.
You got to believe that ate at her, not being available for her team in a tightly contested game, that type of impact that she makes. You just got to believe that she feels like she could have affected the outcome for that in that game for her squad.
She is 1 point shy of matching her career high. A field goal would give her a new career high in her penultimate game in this building. A place she's called home the last 5 years. Nearly did the splits there as she gives it back to Krimili. Corner pop. Missed everything. And last touched by Gisela Moll. Anastasia Droshuni missing the corner 3 off the bench for Cal. Also a native of Greece, as is Ioanna Krimili.
Just love watching this Cal team play. They're having so much fun. And you think about that last possession. Krimili, as great of a scorer as she is, has turned herself into a playmaker, looking for Michelle Onyiah, trying to get her career high.
Michelle knows it too. She knows it too. Sharman Smith says, hey, we've got bigger things ahead of us. How about the ovation for someone who's been with Sharman Smith since she took over the program? Really special moment.
Someone that's been able to see this program take steps each and every season, and her individual development has coincided with the team success that they've experienced this year.
Krimili, the lone starter, still out there for the Golden Bears. Droshuni to the 10 for 2. So some late run for Anastasia Droshuni, appearing in her 20th game this season. Thompson off the bounce, tough scoop shot, rolls in. 2+1 for Tiana Thompson, who's strung together a couple of nice performances consecutively for Georgia Tech.
Well, another freshman, I think that's going to be a pleasure to watch moving forward. Very aggressive, looking to score the basketball. It's a good skill set. Both of these teams have an incredibly bright future, not only in this season, but moving forward.
Ovation for Krimili, who moved into the top 10 all-time three-point makes list in the history of women's college basketball. Or the emotions that'll come with senior day on Sunday afternoon.
Very, very heavy day. Got butterflies coming into the gym, thinking about all the time that you put in, extra hours, and for it to all culminate with an opportunity to compete in front of your family and friends on a team that's destined to have a show in the NCAA tournament. There's no better feeling.
Charlie Cream has California as a 9 seed in his latest bracketology projection, but a win tonight could boost the Golden Bears maybe back into that 8 seed territory. And who knows how much more they can climb with the opportunities ahead in the conference tournament next week.
Well, you want to do yourself as many favors as possible. So whether it be seeding, obviously playing well at the right time, you want to have health. All these games are important, making sure that you're the best version of yourself heading into March.
Deep three for Thompson. She rainbows it through. And while Georgia Tech will have the final points of the night, it was all California from the jump. Golden Bears win a program record 15th home game with a 14-point victory tonight over Georgia Tech. 79-65 your final score, behind 24 from Michelle Onyiah in her second to last game in this building.
Well, a quality performance for this Cal team. Begin the last homestand of the regular season on the right foot and beat a quality opponent in Georgia Tech. Got contributions up and down the roster. Going to be a continued importance for this group to play well as they head into their last game on Sunday.
So the 12-13 campaign has some company as the Golden Bears improve to 15-1 here in Haas, with one more remaining against the Miami Hurricanes here on Sunday afternoon. And Michelle Onyiah